let's look at really how to progress from the side lying position all the way up to one arm, side plank, side bend position, right? So everyone should really start with their bottom arm straight down, right? We've covered modifications of bending the knees or legs straight. I'm just going to keep them bent for a moment, okay? But from this press down in space, I'm already initiating that work up against gravity. I'm really, really fighting the urge to let myself sit down into the mat. This will not build strength, and it will make stability so much harder as you start doing the choreography of the leg out there. Okay, so whoop, engage we go. From here, the next place to go is to bend the elbow and hand behind the head. And everybody's got to find that comfortable place around their ear, okay? But you want to then really make sure that you're bringing the neck back into alignment. Yes, there'll be a little bit of a lateral curve side bend in the neck, okay? But try not to give into that either. Really think that you're pushing and leveling the neck as best you can with the spine. Now you'll notice I'm still on the mat on this bottom side, right? That's where the top side being pressed into the mat is continually building the strength of the lat connection to the obliques to really control and connect the shoulder to the spine, to the side body, to the upper body, okay? As that gets stronger, right, soon I'm able to actually lift the bottom side up out of the mat. Now, depending on body shape, how much curve or how much length there is through the actual shape of the side body depends on how much of the lower body is really going to be up out of the mat. And for me, that's a good amount. I'm going to start shaking because this is rough, right? This is now loading the bottom side being up out of the mat, right? And it's very tempting to let the neck collapse. That's very important to really make sure that you're bringing that neck spine back into. From here, we then load the bottom side even more by bringing the top side hand behind the head, but we aren't giving in to the space in the waist. There's a flare of the lat tissue that's actually helped lift and keep the ribs lifting up out of the mat along with the lower waist. Okay, now I want to take a note for a minute. I'm going to sit up and make you realize that hands behind my head and vertical from point to point of my elbow is the same width, woo, when I'm on that point of that bottom elbow. Top elbow, wing it back forward. Look at what happens. Look at it. This is a bad idea. This just ain't even cute, right? It's just falling. Okay? Now, once that side starts getting stronger, then we're ready to go up into that forearm position. This is where we change from doing the side kick choreography to start thinking like, well, how much more can I get up off the mat, right? To get to a full side plank, I'm going to have to lift the pelvis, right? This is starting from more of an inline position, right? More stability and positioning where we start from. The energy should go out over. See how much I actually reach past my shoulder out over. Because if I just try to come up, then it feels like my butt weighs 10,000 pounds and it just falls right back down. Okay? All right? Then from there, oh, lordy, then we get up onto that hand. Okay? I always like to add a good stance of the foot when going out into the side bend or the side plank. This is not my favorite place to start. Torques my knees, don't love it. I'm pressing down with that top foot. I'm pressing down with the bottom foot. Now watch how much I have to project over the shoulder through the length of my neck to get out, and then I come back down. And I realize that I didn't have enough space, so I'm going to move my hand out a little bit farther, which now means I have that much more length, okay, and that much more space, but I'm really going to have to fill it up with work and engagement, okay? That bottom side should be strong, and it should be ready to accept the load of you coming onto that one arm by the time you get to the advanced exercises like star and the twist and all of those other things,